What's up, music world, music kids out there? Thanks for tuning into another review of mine. This is going to be SZA SOS. There are features from Travis Scott, Old Dirty Bastard, Phoebe, let's see, Phoebe Bridgers, I probably mispronounced that, Don Toliver, Toliver. I don't know. I'm messing these names up. But so I'm not familiar with Dawn or Phoebe. I'm not too familiar with their music. Um, so I'm glad that I was able to hear them on her project and get familiar with them because I love doing that. I don't know I know a lot of artists who a lot of people aren't aware of, and I also don't know a lot of artists that other people are aware of. So again, it's I'm glad that she had them on here so I can get to know who they are. And sometimes I know the artist, but they may have changed their name or something like that. So once I look them up, I'm like, oh, that's so and so. Like with Money Long, like I knew her back on Spotify days when she had her original name. Now she's Money Long, so stuff like that be happening. But anyways, let's get into this album. There's 23 tracks. Again, Travis Scott's featured on here. Old Dirty Bastard, Phoebe, and Don. And there are producers and writers such as Pharrell Williams. I've seen him on a few tracks that he did, and there's many other artists that helped write some of these songs as well. Shout out to everybody that was a part of putting this together. But can we talk about it? Y'all got this girl stressed out. You hear me trying to get this album out for you guys. And I've said this plenty of times where um, I when I review an album, I'm like, okay, this was worth the wait, and I'm glad that they took their time doing this project regardless of people like pressuring them to release something. Um, and I think as fans, because I say this all the time, I don't consider myself a fan of anybody's. If anything, I'm a supporter. I will support projects and I might go to a concert here and there. But to me, a fan is like you're gonna wait in the rain to go see a show. You're just gonna do everything you can to show how true of a fan you are. And that just ain't me. I'm sorry. Like, I love me before I love anybody else. And I'm not going out of my way for anybody, especially somebody that I don't even personally know or who doesn't personally know me, unless you my mama or my family or something like that. But other than that, I'm not doing that for you know an artist. But it's been like a lot of pressure. And I saw her Hot 97, I think it was Hot 97 with Nessa, that interview. And before I even read the comments, I saw how everybody was just talking about how she looked stressed out, drained, and just not seemingly as happy as you would expect her to be. And before I even read those comments, I mean, this was I saw that too before I read the comments. And then when I read the comments, everybody was thinking what I was thinking. And they were saying how she looked stressed and like she didn't seem to have, or she was nervous. But who knows? We're not in this woman's mind. We can't say how she was thinking. Um, but I'm pretty sure, I'm just assuming, I'm pretty sure that she was stressed from trying to get this album out because of the pressure. And I believe she even said that she didn't even want to put it out because it was just, she wasn't like sure if this was gonna be right or people was gonna like it. And to me, because I know myself, and I'm pretty sure you guys out there, you feel like when things don't go the way you want them to, or when you're rushed into something, it doesn't feel right, and you get mad at yourself because you're like, this needs to be perfect, and I take this serious, so I'm mad at myself right now. And I'm slowly like teaching myself, talking to myself to like, it is what it is. It is what it is. As long as I gave it my best, I gave it my all, and I'm happy with some of the stuff that I did, then that's all that matters. If people don't like it, okay, fine. I'm gonna try again. I can always try again. So hopefully she gets it in her, because I know she said in her interview that she does have friends who gave her feedback, and she has people surrounding her that's, up, keeping her like in good spirits about that project and stuff. And so hopefully she gets to the point where she's like, you know what? It may not be the best album to some of my fans, or they might not care for it. But I did my best. And this is what you're gonna get when you're pressuring me into releasing music. So that's what I always keep in mind. I'm like, people don't understand that these artists are human like us. They deal with life just like we do. So for fans to get so irate and angry and mad because artists won't release music, or they're not consistent with putting projects out, it's kind of like, it would be frustrating if I was an artist and that was, and I was big, my music scene, and my fans cared about my music like that. That would be a bit frustrating and stressful, because I don't like to be pushed into doing something right away or right when somebody wants me to do it. So I can only think how artists feel when they're being pressured to release a music and they're not ready. And the saying goes in the music industry, Prince, he was like that. He was always like, oh, I don't just release music just to be releasing it because fans ask for it. No, I release it when I want to, like when I have something to say, because that's how serious he took his craft. So I think if fans start to just realize, hey, music is another form of art. And if you care about art or anything that you care about, you're going to want to put your best foot forward in it, and you're going to want to make sure that it comes out to your liking and that it feels right. So it's sad that she released this project and it just seems like it was pushed and there was pressure behind it, and she may be having this up and down feelings about it, which this happens regardless if artists were ready to release something or not. They always feel that pressure and nervousness about how their fans are going to react to it, or just people who listen to their music. So again, hopefully she just gets into the mindset of, okay, well, I did what I could. And to some of my fans, it may have not been my best project, but I did what I could. Now, I'm going to just jump into like my top favorite songs that I'm constantly keeping on repeat right now, but I am still listening to this project. Uh, Even though it was really, because I know a lot of people who review music, they'll review it right the day of, and that to me, I'm like, I need time to listen to music. I need time because I might like this track when it was released, but listening to it more, it might change, and I might not care about it anymore, and I might like something else. So it's a forever changing situation when you're listening to music. But again, I'm still listening to this whole project. Again, there's 23 tracks. She has some like short, like the beginning, the introduction, the outro, and there's some short songs on here. So I'm still listening. I'm still trying to find the understanding of where this project flows and things of that nature. But from what when I first started playing it and SOS came and she spitting these bars and stuff, I'm like, come on, SZA, with the 16 bars. Let's go. Like, come on. Like, she got bars for real. Like, really rapping something. But I love though, and I believe it was SOS and Smoking on My X Pack. where she was like doing her little freestyle rap thing. So I really enjoyed hearing her um, do that. And even on her the track 13, I believe, F2F, um, that gave a country rock and roll pop. But we already knew, if you've been like kind of following her music career in the beginning, we already know that SZA is that type where you can try to place her in a certain genre, but you really can't, because she's so like talented where she can do a pop genre, or like she can kind of just flow throughout the genres of music. And then there's some artists that are like, no, I consider myself like R&B. I love R&B. That's what I do. That's my genre. That's where I'm staying. Like, I live in this genre. But I think with SZA, it's more of like, well, I'm R&B, but I can do a little pop. I can do a little rock. Like, she's just all over when it comes to genres. And then on top of that, we know that she's big on um, putting her putting family, making family a part of her projects as well. So I loved when she had her grandmother on Open Arms featuring the Travis Scott track. I love when artists incorporate, words of wisdom, or just you hearing that, because it makes you feel a little bit more a part of their family, even though, we don't really technically know them like that, but it leaves that door open a little bit to get a little background of where they come from and how they grew up. So I love when artists do that. Um, but and we also know, by listening to SZA throughout the years, she's also big on throwback movies and TV shows and anime. Like, she incorporates that into her music as well. And with T-shirt, the song, she's doing a little bit of acting there with I forgot his name. Lord bless it. What is that guy's name? I hate when I do this, but you saw with T-shirt. Well, any of her videos, really, she's very big on like doing something different, something that hasn't been, done before. She makes her videos interesting and not just the typical, this is what we're gonna, this is how this is gonna be, and we're gonna leave it at that. Lakeith is his name. Sorry, Lakeith. He was in T-shirt, the music video. But again, we know that she's known for incorporating her throwback TV shows, and just doing that and putting it along with her music. And yeah, I just love that. I love when artists are creative and they don't do the typical. They do something outside the box, and something that makes people have conversations. So she does a really good job at that. But quickly, I'm gonna do the top songs that I have, like, when I listened to it, I was like, okay, I gotta play it again, because that's just too good. That's just too good of a song. But Love Language, Gone Girl, Far, Forgiveness, and what is the other one? Because I didn't do the singles that's been out for the past couple of months or weeks that people already are aware of. I thought to pick the songs that I've been listening to on repeat, that I really haven't been hearing people talk about too much. But Love Language, Gone Girl, and Far, and Forgiveness are the ones that I wrote down for, like, that I'm really like listening to. I even like Too Late and Special. The whole album to me is good, but again, I'm still listening to it. But Love Language, Gone Girl, Far, Forgiveness are like the top ones that I'm really like letting soak in, and I'm getting familiar with those tracks, and hearing different things than what I did before when I first listened to it. So those are my top songs that I keep on repeat. Again, Love Language, Gone Girl, Far, Forgiveness. And so I appreciate y'all for listening to me run my mouth. Comment below, like, subscribe. I appreciate y'all for listening to me again. comment below y'all's favorite tracks and how do you feel about this, the album and yeah, whatever else y'all want to talk about SZA. But yeah, let's love more out there and no hate. And I'll check y'all out on the next review. Thanks. Bye. Peace.